I'm Chris Coleman, President and CEO of Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity. Well, I've lived my whole life in St. Paul, not because I wasn't adventuresome, but just because I've loved the city of St. Paul. And we had a cabin, like a lot of Minnesotans, so my mom would pick us up on the last day of school. We'd go to the cabin and spend the whole summer out there. But it was really when my older brother started getting into camping and backpacking and the Boundary Waters that my interest in all of those things was piqued. And Outward Bound was my graduation present from high school from my dad. We had a very interesting trip. I got to climb on the Palisades, which was one of my absolute favorite things of all time. And when we were doing our long trip, we actually had quite an adventure. We completely miscalculated the length of time it was going to take us to get up this river. There was a waterfall about every 100 yards. And this was very early on the trip, so all of our food packs were overpacked. We had so much food, and we had to drag it out. So this trip that we thought was going to take us 3 hours took us 3 days. So it was an interesting adventure. You know, I went to Outward Bound thinking I was going to learn how to eat pine needles, and thought it was a wilderness survival school. About halfway through it, I realized it wasn't a wilderness survival school as much as it was an urban survival school. And by that I mean all of the things that you need to survive in your daily life are things that you learn while you're out on the trail. How to get along with people that you wouldn't necessarily get along with, how to partner, how to work together, how to depend upon each other. And so it was really, for me, the lesson of Outward Bound was that no matter where you are in your life, the ability to work with others, the ability to put your trust in others and have them put their trust in you. I think about stepping off that cliff to rappel down the Palisades on Lake Superior, and there was a 16-year-old girl who weighed half of my weight that was holding onto my rappel line or my safety. I said, "En belay." She said, "En belay." I stepped off over the cliff and went, "Oh, I hope she holds on onto this." But you really realize you are so dependent upon others, not only in those moments, but really in all of life's moments. I not only would recommend the experience of Outward Bound, but I'd almost insist upon it. I like to say that if it wasn't for my experiences in the wilderness, really starting with Outward Bound, I don't honestly know where I would be. I don't know what kind of person I'd be. I don't know that I could ever achieve the things that I've achieved in my life. I certainly wouldn't have passed those experiences along to my children and watched them grow as a result of it. As teachers, as parents, as community members, we've got to figure out a way to get more kids out into the wilderness because it changes them forever. We all know that life is fleeting, and if you get a chance to go climb a mountain, go climb a mountain.